Yo, what up y'all? My name is Temp. Welcome to my complete walkthrough of Lyndell, the royal capital. If you enjoyed the video or learn anything new, which you will, please leave a like and subscribe to join the Room Temp Gaming family. It helps out tremendously and is so much appreciated. So before we start this complete walkthrough here, guys, head to the roundtable hold if you haven't talked to the Dungeater. So you want to make sure you come in here, start his quest. The first two items on this list here are just for him. He's going to give you the sewer jail key. And we are going to be on our way to Lyndell.
Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. It was a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal trapped in the sewer jail below the capital. I can kill you in the pox. Go and unstrapped in. I can kill in the pox.
Alright, so now that we have the Dungeater Quest started, we have the sewer jail key. We are going to head over here and start our walkthrough. So first off, some of these items on the list are far in between each other. Like we are not going to be getting the upper class robe for quite a few minutes. So if you notice that you've gone through this walkthrough and you haven't seen what we're supposed to be picking up, you should be okay. So some of these areas in here are kind of lengthy, but they're not that terrible. And you'll notice sometimes, like right now, I'm going to pull a lever to lower an elevator for me. That's because I've been through here on my last video for a very specific bounty mission. But no big deal. If it doesn't look like yours, just listen to what I'm saying, try and follow along. I'll try and keep things as clear as possible. So we head up the first entrance here, up that elevator. We're heading southeast. Grab some magic grease. And we're going to head east through the double doors. Grab a remedy there, finger calling remedy. And then we're going to head south outside. At the end of this path here, we're going to take a right and we'll hit our first site of grace within the capital. There are quite a few meta items in this video, a couple armor sets. So you definitely want to stick through this and clear this whole area out. So hit that site of grace, guys. And next up, we're going to be heading west through the two doors here. And we will be met with the magnificent capital city. Pretty sweet. It looks pretty wild, but it's not that crazy. Not too crazy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and open this door, but it's not going to open. We're going to get to that later. It's just a little shortcut for us. So we're going to head southeast, south. We're going to go take out all these bubble blowers. And we're going to grab a few items up here. So in my last video, as some of you may know, I do have two children. My daughter is 8. She's going to be 9 soon. And my son is going to be 1 this month. It's a little difficult at times to do these recordings because I have a very small time frame to actually record the voice. So at some points, you may see text prompts to let you guys know what to do or where to go. If that is the case, I apologize. So sorry. But waking the baby is not something I'm allowed to do. So, and not something I want to do either. So just keep that in mind. If you get the miss in my voice, that's why. So we're heading over here. We killed that big bubble blower guy and we went underneath the platform he was on. And we're just grabbing this smithing stone down here. There's going to be a lot of places we go, like I said, that don't necessarily have any great items. We're just hitting through these areas for materials because we need to upgrade our stuff. So as we come out of that room, we're still heading on the same path we were where we killed the big bubble blower and the other bubble blowers up top. We're still on that same pathway. We're just going into the building on the other side of that little, it's not a bridge, it's more of a, just like the top of the wall, a rampart. So once you get to this little makeshift greenhouse, we're going to head on upstairs, kill these duelist guys. Scouting around, make sure there's no one else up here. These gargoyles that you'll see throughout the video, they are immobile. So you can go up behind them and get some... You could basically just kill them before they do anything. So take them out. Super easy. This build is ridiculous. I will have a build in a link for this build in the description once I put the video out. It will probably be out by the time people are watching this if I get a bunch of views, but give me a couple days after making this and I will for sure put a build out on it. It's a really good build. It's very fun. It's got all the items that we've gotten so far, so I'm utilizing mid-game, late-game items, and we're pretty much in the late game now, but we haven't gone further ahead than we should, I guess, to get items that are out of our way. So we're continuing on here, guys. You got these dudes in here. There's going to be a lot of perfumers in here. There's a ladder right here. We're going to take that up. And there is a chest right over there behind that wooden curtain. I'm not sure what you call those. You don't really need to grab it, but hey, we're gonna. In case we ever run a perfume build, right? Perfume builds are actually pretty tight. And then up on top of this, we are going to get a Seedbed Curse. We've been picking those up lately. Those are for the Dungeater Quest, so if you see them, pick them up. This guy here looks like blood on his crotch, so I don't know how a part of this quest I really want to be, but we're here, so we're going to do it. Alright, now we're coming out onto the balcony to the west side. And the first thing we're going to do is jump on the northwestern side onto the buildings over here, the houses. These houses are quite nice. And we're just going to grab a couple items from over here, and then we'll head right back. All right, you know what? We're just going to grab one item from over here, just the smithing stone. All right, now we're going to come back. We're going to kill some perfumers, and we should be getting the upper class robe from this balcony here. Fuck that guy. Alright, to the east here we have our upper class robe laying on the ground over here. Alright, now we are going to head to the main street here, and when we get to the main street here, you're going to be traveling that quite a bit, especially if you're dying. You'll most likely be crossing it or walking on it, so get familiar with it. It's just one street, and we're heading west right now through those doors, through that little building. We're going to take a left into the next building after we kill this guy, doing absolutely nothing to us. We're going to head down these stairs. I'm going to break these boxes here because there's some loot on the other side. Bam, Miranda powder, gotcha. Just kidding, we're going to come through here anyway. Sneak up on this knight, give him the surprise of his life. He's pissed. Hit him with the L2 combo wombo. He's down. Now, there's not much over here, but we're going to go over here anyway because we like runes and we like killing shit. There are a bunch of Miquella lilies though, so who knows what those are going to be used for in the DLC, right? Probably something. Alright, in this room there are quite a few enemies, so take them out as you will, but do be careful. Alright, now we're going to head north out of there. Grab my dead body because you're sure damn right I died. And then we're going to head northwest, west. We are now outside. The main road is right up the alleyway here. There is an imp. Where is he at? There he is. He's just chilling there. He's waiting to fucking pounce on you. So we're going to try and take care of him now. My rocks aren't as accurate as I'd like them to be. Shit. I'm just not doing well. My timing's horrible. So now that he's dead, let's make our way over to the main road. And you'll know the main road is there because there is a big ass caravan just parked there. So there is an item on the other side of this. I think it's just a smithing stone. Let's pick that up. Oh, golden rune. There we go. So now we are going to head the direction I am facing, which is southwest, southwest. And there is going to be a Erdtree avatar that jumps down right here. And we're going to take it out. Tell you what, I've never killed one of these faster than I have with the Eleanor's pole blade that I'm using right now. Never have I ever. Well, maybe I have, but damn, that was nice. Big crit. It spanks, so give thanks. And then we're going to head on to another site of grace that we're going to be using quite often here. I think this is referred to as the balcony. Let's find out. Yep, the Avenue Balcony Site of Grace. This is a popular one. So now that we're done there, we have our Lord's Rune. We have our first 4 items here. We're going to teleport back to the East Capital Rampart. We're going to clean up a couple things. We need to go do some building hopping, some roof hopping. We're going to get a Stonesword Key and an Imp Head. And then we'll be on to part 2. I know part 1 and 2 are kind of long. Alright, so you can choose to kill all these bubble blowers if you want, but we're basically back where we were earlier in the walkthrough. I'm not going to kill him, I'm just going to run away like a little coward. Hop over these roofs. Do be careful. There are imps. There's one behind us, and there are a few more up ahead. Yikes. Here we go. 2 facing each other. Let's rock them to death. Ugh. The charged R2 is awesome. Hiya. Alright. Now we're going to keep going across these rooftops. Real slow like, for some reason. Checking my notes, I'm sure. Alright, there is another imp to our right. I believe we are going to be going that way anyway. So let's hop on down. There's a body right here. Grab a golden rune. Fuck that guy up. And we got a fire thrower over here. Of course, the second rock goes right over his head, as it should. And the third. And we got a schmack on that one. Alright, so now we are going to be heading in the northern direction so that we can grab our Stonesword Key. So there's our Stonesword Key. The main road is right below us. But we have to jump down in between these houses here at some point, and we're going to get our Imp Head. Our Imp Head helmet armor. I'm not going to worry about that loot on that building. You guys can grab it if you want. I'm going to jump down, snatch these guys up. Do be careful when you're going through these this little alleyway here. There is a little a footman that will blow his horn, and quite a few of these guys will come out. So right now I'm going over to the main road. I'm going to be coming back. No need to follow me. I just wanted to check something. Yeah, so I'm turning around, going back to right to where we were, in between all the buildings that we were just on top of, and we're going to go take care of all of these knights. Alright, so on the easternmost part of the in-between of these houses, this little alleyway here, you can find the Imp Head corpse helmet. And now we are moving on to part 2. So this is where we're going to get onto the main road again. Just checking to make sure there's nothing else left behind. If we look to the right, there's these 2 big double doors. Mine are open, yours may not be. That is okay. You can open them now if you like, or just wait till later. We're not going through there yet. So once again, I'm just looking for something that I missed. I feel like I missed something, but I didn't. You can stay on the main road if you like. I ain't got no hops on this character. And we're going to head across the road to the north to this little courtyard over here. And we are going to be fighting a Crucible Knight with the fucking Spear of Spears. So be ready for that. You don't have to fight. You can actually skip this whole area. We don't get anything from this if you don't like fighting these knights. But I'd say give it a shot. The grace isn't too far away. Pull them outside, bottleneck them through the doors, fuck them up. That guy was really something, man. Used all my flasks on him. I feel a little embarrassed for that, but that's all right. Now that that's taken care of, we got a little hero's rune. We're going to head north through this area here. There is a elevator. This acts as a shortcut, which we'll probably never need to use, but we're going to bring it up anyway. I know, you know what? This is that door from the beginning. We actually do need to use this at some point. We'll use this like once, I think, maybe twice. Yeah, here's our east capital rampart, our first site of grace we came across inside. So now let's come on back out. We'll head back down the elevator. There, we used it once. Just to rest up. Back into where the knight was. We're going to go outside to the west. All the way to the other side of the courtyard. And look at that, another elevator. We're going to take that one down. And we're going to continue out west. And I'm going to pull this up just because I want to see if there's something underneath it. No, just death. Alright, so now we're going to hop up on these roofs here. And we're going to go straight across pretty much to the southwest. And we're going to hop over these round roofs. And we'll find the black bow. The black bow is a very good bow. If you're really into bows, this is a good bow. There's a lot of good bows, but this I think is a preferred bow for most people. So now that we're done there, we can head to the east here. And we can see just a bunch of skeletal zombie guys just chilling out, hovering over things, and we're just going to go murder them all. So there is a Stonesword Key here that they are all guarding. And then the next Stonesword Key on the list there is coming up in about a minute. So they're not right next to each other, so don't get too far ahead of yourself. And we're just looting a couple things around here. A couple more of these guys spawn. And now that they are all dead, we are going to go fight an ulcerated tree spirit. Yes. Yes, you heard that right. We need the golden seeds, guys. They're easy now, though. They're easy now. We know about them. We know their moves. So we're going to head on inside here. This is a little doorway to the southwest. There's a bunch of lightning throwing motherfuckers in here, so do be careful as you make your way up these steps. Alright, so now we are going to open up this cell door here. We're going to grab our second Stonesword Key. And then we are going to climb up the ladder in this room. Open up a shortcut in case we ever need it. That leads to the balcony site of grace. And we're going to rest up while we're there and then come right back. Alright, now that we are back where we were, where all those lightning guys are, We're not going to deal with them this time though. We're just going to run right by them, except this dickhead. And when we get back outside here, we're going to turn left. And not that hard of a left there, buddy. Turn left and we're going to go north-northwest. Right through this little cut. And in that big open field over there, we are going to be met by our ulcerated tree spirit that has our golden seed. So let's get out there and let's kick its ass. Alright guys, the tree spirit is dead. We got our golden seed. We're going to head just a little bit ahead of us here and grab this smithing stone. And then we're going to go for the guilty hood on the list. So we're going to head to the southwest section here. Hop on in this building. Ambush this knight, if you will. Got a cracked pot. And then in the south corner of that room is a door leading out to some sewer looking areas and some spider hands. So we're going to drop down and head northeast through the little sewer section. Kill some rats. Loot some loot. And there is our guilty hood. Now we're going to head back. Now I will tell you what, guys, the sewers, if the sewers are getting you to think of the Dungeater, you are correct. The sewers are all about the Dungeater. We are going to be getting into the Dungeater's quest in the next video, which will be in a completely different area, but it will be underneath Lyndell, the sewers. So as we come back, we're going to head back up these stairs, hop up this ladder, and we're going to grab this site of grace real quick. Now in here are a couple items, and outside is another item. We have the Deathbed Dress here, and we also have the Lionel Set. The Lionel Set's pretty sick looking. It's probably the coolest heavy set of armor I have seen in the game. Fat boy set. And then outside there is an Omen Killer, and we're going to kill him for his mask. And there it is. And some smithing stones. Alright, now we're going to dive back into the sewer there and go the way that we did not go earlier, which is to the left through the big opening. We're going to kill all the rats we come across, all the hands we come across, and anything else that's in our way. So we're going to go to this dead end. We're going to pick up this item and then come back and take a right, which we are now going to be heading east, southeast, and there's plenty more hand spiders. Alright, and this guy's just guarding a lost Ash of War, so let's grab that and some Sombers. Drop some Sombers for us. We're going to head northwest through this little tunnel here. And now we're heading still northwest. And we have a rat and a spider hand being friendly together, so that's kind of weird and interesting. Pick up that string, because we definitely need string. Alright, so now we're heading down. We took a right. There's just some butterflies here I'm going to grab. Then we'll come back out and take a right again. Heading northwest. Fuck these guys. You almost got me. And here is another really sad and lonely gargoyle. We're going to grab our Erdsteel Dagger. Erdsteel. Goddamn, guys. Erdsteel Dagger. There we go. The Erdsteel Dagger is actually pretty nice. I think it gets a lot nicer at higher levels depending on the Ash of War you have on it. There are some builds that utilize it. So now that that's done, we're going to hit that ladder. Now we are up here. We're right next to a big wing. This is the wing of Gransax. A really super fucking cool dragon. And we are right near the balcony site of grace that we were at previously. But instead of going anywhere else right now, we're going to head down these stairs to the south. And we're going to be grabbing our Ash of War Thunderbolt. Pretty cool Ash of War. So there's a bunch of rubble here. Rubble and ash. Just going to pick up as much as we can here. There's a somber stone back here. Then we're going to climb up on this mountain here of rubble. And then we're going to spot our beetle that holds our Ash of War. And then we're going to kill it. Alright guys, let's go back to the Avenue Balcony Site of Grace. And now we're going to be picking up on part 3. And those two parts were the longest, I believe, here in this video. So this is all going to go a lot smoother now. We're going to have a lot more fun. And we're going to get some killer shit. As you can see, we're going to get the Bolt of Gransax on our item list. That thing is super awesome. Super awesome. And we get another gargoyle weapon. There we go. We love those. Those things are sweet. So now we're heading southeast, guys, out from the balcony grace, directly outside. And we're just going to go around and murder some of the citizens of Lyndell here. Just grabbing a few things, and then we're going to get our Stonesword Key and the Bolt of Gransax, and then move on to another little area right near here. So just follow along and loot what we can. Alright, now we are heading up the staircase, more south than where we were previously. This guy's being a dickhead. If we head straight back here, there is a golden rune we can pick up. And then we're going to head southeast. Kill all these footmen here. And we're going to head east a little more. There is another disabled gargoyle up here. You can just run on the left side and avoid all of the fire. I'm stupid and let it just hit me in the face. Don't be me. Alright. The signs are lies. Alright, now we are going to head back all the way where we came from. We're going to continue on toward the big dead Gransax statue. Now there are some lightning knights patrolling up here, so do be careful. I'm going to take a left before I get to them, so I can bottleneck all of them in here, because you're damn right the other soldiers are going to call for reinforcements. Maybe they're coming around this way here. Yep, there they are. Cool. Oh, too soon on that. Alright, now that everyone is dead here, we're going to go past this gazebo right here. We're going to go to the west, southwest, and we're going to fight the big dog in here, in the perfumer. Just looking at my notes real quick, make sure there's... Alright, yeah, so we are going to be heading southwest. Not much. We're just going to take out this big dog dude and a perfumer real quick. And then we're going to grab our Stonesword Key and the Bolt of Gransax. Alright. I'm going to pick up some items over here real quick. This is a dead end though. We're going to head back to the big bolt we see here. We're going to hop down onto the gazebo, pick up the Stonesword Key, and we're going to try and hop up onto this ledge here. If you miss it, that is okay. We can just run back up and do it again. Yep, that was not the right ledge. Whoops. So, okay. Alright, well, follow me back, guys. We'll be right around the corner, so it's not that long of a run, at least. You got to hit the right ledge that's popped out a little bit. There we go. All right, now that we're up here, we can get up on the Bolt of Gransax, and we can then get the Bolt of Gransax. So I'm just going to equip it and show off its little spell here. It's pretty sick. And then we're going to carry on. All right. Now we are back at the main road. Before we get there, we're going to take a left. We're heading southwest. And we're just going to go back in this little cut here and pick up an item. And then we come back out. We're going to head up the stairs. We are heading west, basically, up these stairs. Watching out for the Lightning Knight. He's got the pinpoint accuracy lightning spell. But he's no match for the blood. The blood blade dance. And this door, we are going to be opening this door here shortly. Which we'll actually never even need to use, but whatever. So now we're heading back to the northeast. We're going to go to the balcony site of grace. I'm going to rest up again. In this next part, we are going to run through this area here and head up the big dragon wing. All right, well, let's try that again. Those guys comboed me. My goodness. All right, now that we are finally off of the wing, grab that rune arc. We can head up the ladder here. And we're going to kill a couple of bubble guys, a knight or two, and then the gargoyle. And then we'll be on our way to bigger and better things, for sure. There we go. Hey, you dropped the shield. Nice. Nope, surprise. There is a site of grace up here. Do make sure you grab it. You do not want to run back up that wing again. And now we are going to head directly forward from where I'm facing right now, the camera, toward the gargoyle, but we're not going to go all the way up there yet. We're going to drop down in here. And we're going to take care of these bubble blowers real quick. And we're going to get our little cane sword. And at the bubble blower location at the balcony here to the right, there is a switch. Make sure you switch it for that big door to open, even though we don't really need it. All right, now that that's over with, we can pull this lever. And we hear the gate under us open. I'm just taking in the scenery, guys. I'm trying to see the gate, but I can't. So let's head back to where we were. And we're going to go over here to the gargoyle. We're going to grab the golden seed from the tree. I may have grabbed it off video. So there is a tree there. Just go ahead and grab it. And you can lure this guy down here. Makes things a little easier. He can't get in, but he will hit you through the ceiling and the walls. But it is a decent strategy if you have trouble with these guys in close areas. But we have the blood blade dance, so we have no problems here, huh? Or maybe we do. We'll take the other area. We're going to go kill this guy because we need to come down here anyway. It looks like we do have problems, guys. I did die, so maybe I'm wrong. Alright, now that that motherfucker is dead, we have his halberd, and you can pick up your golden seed here. Now let's head on down this route here where we killed that guy. And we're going to jump down on this roof. We're going to kill some dogs. And then we are making our way through our next list of part 4. Alright, now this is a very interesting place here, guys. Let me know if this reminds you of anything as we walk through it. It should eventually. We're going to be picking up quite a few items in here. Some very nice stuff. So follow along. We get our Sanctified Whetblade. We get basically all of our items from in this building here. And one of them is not in the building. We actually have to go back to Altus Plateau to grab it real quick. Nothing long. But follow along in here, guys, and get all the items we can. So in here, guys, we have the 2 fingers room, 3 fingers, whatever the fuck they're called, finger butthole. And we're going to grab the coated sword. This sword is really, really good. It is equivalent to the fist weapons that are of the same style, the patas. This thing is its bigger brother, though. So if you're into that, use it. It's a very nice weapon. So now we're going to head back over to where our blacksmith buddy was. We're going to check in here. Ain't nothing in here, though. And we're going to head down these stairs past the blacksmith and continue our route through here. And here is a set of armor that we've been wanting since the first time we met this guy back in Round Table Hold. Alberich's set. Very cool. Now we're going to go find the painting in here, and we're going to head over to the Windmill Village, grab Fire's Deadly Sin, which is the reward for finding the painting location, and then we're going to head right back over here and start part 5. Alright, there it is. And let's head back. And we're going to head back to the, the Fortified Manor. And now part 5, here we come. We got a few important things on here, so follow along as we go. We're going to be heading back to the area that we saw the gargoyle at. First, let's open this door here. We gotta grab. Oh yeah, there's some abductor virgins. There's 2 abductor virgins here. One of them will show up right in front of us, and the other one is outside. So we're going to take them out, grab some gravellstone, or not the gravelstones here, excuse me, the Stormhawk Axe. Alright, let's grab this Stormhawk Axe now. Those guys are always kind of rough to fight. I don't think I'm using really the best weapons. I don't have like the most optimized build. But 'tis pretty fun. So we're going to head back into this hallway here, go all the way to the western end of it, grab some sombers, and then we're going to head back out. So we're going west-southwest. There is this elevator here. This goes to the Divine Bridge. This is for the Divine Tower. And there is an item up here. We already have it though. It's this right here, the Blessed Dew Talisman. We already have that if you've been following through the walkthroughs, the whole series. We have everything up until this point. So now we're back into the courtyard here, where we fought the Iron Maidens. And we're going to head in here, and it doesn't matter which entrance you use here to get into this hallway area. We're going to go to the southeastern end, where the doors are open already. And we are backtracking here. Now we can go outside to the main road. And we're going to head north-northwest. There are two knights up here. The one that is targeted right now, the melee one, you can pull him back, so you don't have to take on both of them at the same time. This guy drops the Gravelstone Seal, which is a incantation seal. Pretty alright. We'll check that out once we grab it here. And then we're going to take out that archer. Alright, here we go. Boost Dragon Cult incantations. So that's not bad. The one I'm using is better though. It's funny, the one I'm using you get so early in the game too. Alright, so we're going to have to make a little tricky jump here. Not that one, but we're going to have to jump into this opening right to the southern end of this building. I missed it a couple times. You got to jump right at the end, and once you jump in, don't keep running. Stop when you land. There is a drop off right ahead of where you land, and it got me right here. So we're going to do it again now, knowing that. And there's our Stonesword Key. And let's go back to the West Capital ramparts. And we're going to make our way past the gargoyle, past this big route, which later we will be traveling up. But for now, we're going to go past the big routes over here and take the path upward to the west, southwest area, to the Colosseum. We're going to open those doors up here in a bit, and we're going to kill some gladiators, and we're going to talk to Goldmask and Corhyn and get the Star Fists all up in this area. And we will be back here a little bit later to progress further in their quest line as well. Alright, there is our Ritual Shield Talisman. Now let's open up these doors, just so we can open up the Colosseum. The Colosseums are for PvP, group PvP, and 1v1s I believe as well. And we're going to head to the western section here. And we're going to grab that finger, furrow calling finger remedy, furrow calling finger remedy. And we're going to head back where we came and go past the stairs, keep heading east on the grass. And we will come across Goldmask and Corhyn. And we'll also grab the Starfist from the side of the Colosseum, right behind them. So make sure you exhaust all their dialogue. You can't really buy anything new from them yet. You can give them the Prayerbook that you got. And then after this, we are going to head on to part 6. Or if I remember correct, part 6, we are going to be getting the item that lets us come back here and progress. So we will be back here. Alright, now that we exhausted all that, let's make sure, you already know he's not saying nothing. Alright, now that we got those, the Starfist, let's move on to part 6. We are going to head back where we were at, where we went up into that grassy hill for the Colosseum, but we are going to take that route on up. We are going to pass a bunch of enemies. Feel free to kill them. I'm not gonna. But we're going to get up to a section of the route where we go inside of this big building to our left, and we are going to fight a boss, and then we're going to move forward, get a couple extra items, and then we're going to fight the last boss of this area, and that'll be for part 7. But once the last boss is killed, there is a few things that we do want to do, so don't be too quick to leave the video at that point. And we're just making our way up, and so this boss isn't super difficult once you kind of get used to his timing, which is kind of every boss, but I had to clip things out because I did this already in a previous video for Volcano Manor bounties. So I had to pull this up here. Sorry for the change of build. But this guy will drop the Talisman Pouch. This is Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. This is that dude. So go ahead and fuck him up. Alright, now that we got 4 talisman slots from that Talisman Pouch, we can equip our 4th and final talisman. And we are going to go find the Erdtree Bow and the Golden Order Principia. I don't even know. Book. And we're going to head up this route. I'm coming down here just because I thought there was something behind this. I guess there never was. Interesting. But we want to head up this route here. And we're going to get on this wooden balcony, and we're going to jump on this vine and do a little bit of exploring here. So just follow along. There is a chair suspended in the middle of that room. But before we go there, we're going to head outside, hop off the side of the roof, going west. And we're going to go into the window up at the top of the roof here to the south. And once we get in, we can just make our way around, open up this chest. Grab the bow. And we're going to keep going around until we get to the branch again. And the chest right in the middle of this branch does have an item. That is our Golden Order book. And when we turn that Golden Order book into Corhyn, and we are going to go back and visit, we can get the Law of Regression incantation, which does require intellect. The book is right here if you didn't see me pick that up. I slowed it down a lot. More than I thought, but deal with that. Yeah, so you need to pick that book up, because then you'll be able to use that incantation on a item that progresses him. And grab this somber from up here. Hop on in this elevator to the northeast. I'm going to head on down these stairs. There's going to be some perfumers down here. This is the statue here that you use the Law of Regression on. So right now we are going to go to Corhyn. I just wanted to show you this real quick. So we're going to have a little bit of a hike here. We're going to the West Capitol Rampart. And we have to head back toward the Coliseum, so back past this vine. But we'll be able to fast travel back up to where we were pretty quickly. So we're going to go back here, go all the way up, talk to Corhyn, give him the book that you have now, and all the books, and buy the Law of Regression incantation. This incantation does require intellect. It scales off intellect. I think it's 30. I will pull up the stats on it once I grab it.
Was that yes? The math would have to come. This is good to see. Indeed.
Alright, there we go. So it has 37 int requirement. So if you want to use one of the larval tiers that we've gotten, use that. So we're back here at where we fought Godfrey. This is the Erdtree Sanctuary Site of Grace. There it is right there. We're going to head over this way and go back to that statue. And if you can use the Law of Regression, which I would recommend, if you have plenty of larval tiers, just go do it. If you plan on going to New Game Plus, just go do it. If you're at your last larval tier, maybe don't do it yet. Do it, however, before do this quest. Use the Law of Regression if you ever do an imp build before you kill the fire giant. Okay, so if you ever get to a boss that's a fire giant, come back here first. Write this down. You want to get everything done in this area before you get to a certain part of the game. And the statue we just passed there was the statue you can go use the Law of Regression in front of, and then you go back and talk to Corhyn and Goldmask to progress. And once I get to that part, I will be going back and showing that. Alright, so now we're on our way to kill a beetle, which drops the barrier of gold. Here it is. It shows up out of nowhere and it just runs. It runs pretty far and then it just stays in one looping pattern. And there is one of these dudes protecting it, the Crucible Knights with the really sweet staff I can't wait to get. There we go. And now we can go finish off this beetle. And then we're going to head back to the manor where we defeated Godfrey. We're going to go up that vine again and grab Blessing of the Erdtree, and also we'll be fighting a Black Knife Assassin. Alright, so we're finally heading this way and progressing. This is the end of Lyndell. However, we will be hitting another little section we didn't hit yet. Those big doors on the main road. Just a little bit of area to cover there, just a few minutes. So right outside of this doorway is a Black Knife Assassin. Take him out. This guy had a pretty good duel with me. Almost got me there. You can pick up this Site of Grace, and then the next boss is right up the way, and there's Blessing of the Erdtree. And this will move us on to part 7, which will be the boss and a little bit of running. That's all. Alright, so here we go. Margit the Omen King. Yes, you guessed it. This is him. He has a new weapon. His cane is now a fucking sword. And if you get really, if you fight him for a long time in phase 2, you'll see him use the Asher Wars that he has. We do get a version of those. I'm not sure if he does the exact same, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun to use. I actually use it on my All Fire playthrough. I think I have that in its own playlist for story bosses and story progression, but you guys can check that out if you're interested. But yeah, you have a chance whenever you get his Remembrance, you can pick his sword. I think it's the better of the two options. Do make sure at the end of this game you do go to the round table, which I will be going to at the very end. So we got pretty lucky there, and he just stood on the summon. Now when you kill him, you can I believe his body is still there. If it's not, if you don't see his body anywhere that you can interact with, this is not the actual moment that I'm thinking of in the game. So just disregard me if you can't find his body again there, Lane, after you've probably sat at the Grace that just spawned there. And you do have to sit at the Site of Grace because you cannot travel anywhere or physically go anywhere until you do, and Melina talks to you.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorns are husk, the only way and become my purpose, so I'd like to the flame then and guide you. Shall I turn your let my hand share them with me? Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow. Shall I turn your let my hand
Alright guys, so now that she's done talking with us, we're going to go back to the balcony Site of Grace. I gotta cut this out real quick and just get me back over there because I, again, clipped that boss fight from a previous episode. Couldn't fight him again on this walkthrough, but I had to put it in here so y'all could follow along as we have been. So we're on the main road right now, heading east, northeast. We're going to open up those big double doors if you haven't already. We're going to go into a big sandy or ashen area, whichever you think it is. It's obviously ash. Fight some enemies. I think I die once. And then we're going to hit another Divine Tower. This one we're actually going to go up. And from this single Divine Tower, we are going to be getting the Flamedrake Talisman. We're going to have a boss fight. And we're going to get 2 other items. So you want to go up this one. Alright, it looks like they got me. So I'm going to just clip all that out of running back. We're going to be at the balcony. Just run back. Hopefully you don't die too much. If you don't want to deal with these guys, you can just run by them. I'm just taking my time and dealing with them so I can get some of the loot up here. But it's your choice. And if you do run by them, all you're doing is going up into the elevator shaft on the left of the wall to our left as we get to the top of the staircase. Alright, let's activate this lift. You guys could probably hop on it if you haven't been here yet. I had to pull mine down. And we are going to take it up. Alright, now that we're up here, guys, we're going to head up the stairs. There's a archer on the right. And then we're going to take out the fire stick dude up here. And there's also a knight on stairs as well as a knight on horseback further ahead on the long bridge. There is an item here. We did get it in a previous video. It is the Flamedrake Talisman. It's right next to this torch here. This pillar right that I'm staying at right there. I'll show it to you so you see what it looks like. It is the Flamedrake Talisman1. And now we are going to go up here, grab this knight. You know we gotta. Alright, once this dude's dead, we can carry on. There is a beetle here, of course. And he does give you a somber, so you don't have to kill him, but you should. Alright guys, so here is the lift that takes you to the Lift of Rold. Mine's, I need to pull a lever to get it back over here. But first we are going to go southeast through this big doorway. And we're gonna be going to the Divine Tower. And when we travel across this bridge to get there, we get invaded, or we invade the Fell Twins. These guys aren't super difficult, but they are bosses, so don't get hit by them. We haven't really fought many like this. We fought in like those similar ones, like the lesser ones in some dungeons, but yeah, these guys are the real deal. Alright, now we're going to head back to the Forbidden Lands Site of Grace so that we can grab these items in a secret room. The last 2 items on our list, and then we will be done. So we're back at the Forbidden Lands Site of Grace. We're going to go to the elevator here. This elevator takes us to the Lift of Rold. But we're going to go find the secret entrance to a room for those last 2 items. So, but all you have to do if you want to go ahead and get there right this moment and not wait for the next video, which it won't actually be the next video, it'll be the video after the next one. We are doing Subterranean Shunning Ground next. So right now I'm just trying to find this room. Okay, so if you take it back down, you can look on the northwest wall and you'll see it. You'll see this little area you can jump in, grab the final loot. This is Melina's weapon. If you summoned her in the last fight, you would see that she uses this exact same weapon, and it's pretty cool. I don't think it's actually really that great, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, this thing is pretty nice. It gets melee and projectile damage if you hit someone with it. You'll get both. But that is all of the video for now, guys. I will catch you in the next one, where we're going to be hitting the Subterranean Shunning Grounds that is in the sewer system of Lyndell. And then after that, we'll be heading to the mountaintops of the Giants for sure. Stay cool. I'll catch you next time.